Name under the Bengals. Here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Collegiate star here at the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
At the 39.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For the point after.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start from blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Field to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
a nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
He was brought down at the
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On the play. 1st down, Steelers.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Complete.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ebron caught left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Steelers nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Completion here to Claypool. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Claypool. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they want to get those products out there. They want to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Second and 9 now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Steeler first down.
Dobbins running out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's third and short.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes, knock it away.
And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Here's 2nd and 10. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they're going to set 27-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a
great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 32-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. But I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
The quarterback forced out of bounds and sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Joe Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they go play action now. Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Steelers 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you. 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball. They're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Now 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get the Bengal pressure. Gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
46-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. The speedy safety Marcus Allen made the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
He was tackled.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and rush the clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Steelers 3. Boston Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.